get in contact with this man while you can, because his prices are going up and it's a fucking steal. I mean, I'd say $100,000 worth of value. If I was a millionaire, I would easily pay $100,000 for this experience. He's changed my entire life completely, and I've known him for a week.
So we're in Warsaw. I've got this absolute legend next to me. You don't know him yet, but you will know him by the end of the video. So I've got my guy, Efrem, who is all the way here from the States. And we're currently in the middle of a 4-week in-person day game coaching program. So I thought after we've had our first week together, it would be good for you just to tell the guys what this experience has been like for you so far, having never left the States, never done a day game, never approached before. If you can just tell the guys what you've got out of this experience so far.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to put it into a few words. It's been amazing, to say the least. So, yeah, this is my first time out of the country, which was kind of the first barrier that I had to push through. And I was kind of nervous to do so, but so far it's been amazing. I mean, day one, I was afraid to approach anybody. And after doing the first one, that snowballed into all of the rest. And yeah, I mean, I've just gotten this like social free. I mean, I wouldn't have been recording in the middle of a square, that's for sure, had I not gone through this process. And yeah, it's only been 1 week so far. And I mean, I feel that I can exist in public. I can look at all these people looking at me, watching me being filmed and recorded, and I really don't care anymore. And aside from being able to approach women, like, this is probably more valuable to me is the skill set of just not really giving a fuck anymore about what people think and about people listening into my conversation to Kristian. And yeah, I mean, it's been a blast so far. I can't believe it. It's absolutely been life-changing.
What would you say to anybody who's thinking about doing an experience like this? Let's say there's a guy watching these videos, he's seen me do it, he's seen my other students do it. He's thinking to himself, yeah, I'd like to do something like that, but I'm scared. There's something stopping me, because you've been in that situation. You've been in that position where you were watching the videos, you were thinking about taking the action, then you took the step to get in contact with me. What advice would you give to anybody who's on the fence?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that I'd say is you have to remember that Kristian and I were just human beings. It's kind of hard to imagine yourself here. It was kind of hard for me to imagine myself actually going through with this, because the people that I see in coaching, they're just kind of like figures on a screen to me. It's like, okay, what if? I wish I could do that. But yeah, I mean, actually just putting my foot in the ground and deciding that I was going to do so was the best decision I could have made. For me, I was just at a point in life where I had some activity going on as far as women, but it just wasn't, the frequency wasn't as high as I would have liked it to be. And the biggest step for me personally was just admitting to myself first, and then to my friends and family, that I just wasn't where I wanted to be when it came to my social skills, my ability to approach women. And so my first piece of advice would be just get real with yourself. Like, it's okay to admit that you're not where you want to be. I mean, I did that to myself in the mirror. I'm like, okay, I'm a good looking guy, but I'm not nearly where I wanted to be. So that was the first step, and that's my first piece of advice. The second piece of advice is get in contact with this man while you can, because his prices are going up and it's a fucking steal. I mean, I'd say $100,000 worth of value. If I was a millionaire, I would easily pay $100,000 for this experience, because I can't think of a skill set that I'd rather have. I'm a programmer by day, and it cost me 30 grand to become one. And I can't think of a skill set I'd rather have than to be able to, from in broad daylight when I'm attracted to them, and just not care, just pull the trigger. So it's been so valuable for me, yeah.
And how would you say your life has improved holistically over this week? So obviously everyone watches the videos and they think, all right, all that this is day game, all that the rest of this guy's life is going around talking to girls. And yeah, 100%. When you come here and work with me, you'll make super fast progress and super fast time. But there's so much more to this experience than just day game. So can you just briefly tell the guys how you think that your life has improved holistically during this week together?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the first thing would be just the abundance mindset that I now have. It's not even just with women, it's just with life. I feel like I can do whatever the hell I want to do now. And there's no longer this like layer of social anxiety that's hanging over me all the time that I used to have. And in all honesty, I thought that it was just for day game. The reason I came out here was I wanted to learn how to approach women. But I mean, after the first week, I realized that was probably like the smallest of the reasons why I'm actually out here. It was really to push past my personal barriers and be okay with living in my own skin. And like I mentioned before, just being perceived in public in general. I mean, I feel as though I I can take charge of my own social circle now when I'm back home. I can create a new social circle and cultivate one, and I'm no longer reliant on other people that are more socially adequate to make things happen. I feel as though I can be the person to now make things happen in my own life. And I mean, this goes to even like with friends and family. I feel as though I can go out with my mom and have a great time now. It's no longer like, oh my God, I'm a loser hanging out with my mom. It's like, hell yeah, I'm with my mom and I'm owning it, because I know deep down, well, if I wanted to go approach that girl, I could. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I think we've talked a lot over this week about life game. And that can often feel like a wishy-washy label, like, oh, what life game, how wanky. But you've realized that learning this skill set levels up your life in a multitude of ways.
Yeah.
You become more confident, you become more of a risk taker, you become unapologetic with going after the things that you actually want. Yeah. What would you say to yourself a week ago? Because a week ago, you obviously had a lot of thoughts whirring through your mind. The first time you would come out here, approach girls, in a new country, a new culture, a new environment. What would you say to Efrem 1 week ago, knowing what you know now?
Well, the first thing would be I would have taken action sooner. I mean, I'm still young, I'm only 23, but if I could have done this at 18, I probably wasn't at the place where I would have been ready. But I wish that I could have been at the place where I would have been ready, because then the past 5 years of my life would have been even greater than they already were. I don't know why I was so scared of this. I realized coming out here that nobody even... It's not that I just don't care about what they think anymore, but it's that they actually don't even care.
Right.
Like, they're listening in, they're looking at us, they're making eye contact with us, and then 2 minutes down the road, they forget that I even exist. It's just like it barely registers in their brain that this was even happening. And so I would tell myself that not only with women, but just with life, there was no reason to be scared in the first place. And that's just been internalized through all of the life experiences that I've gone through thus far. And just being scared of, doing what it is that I want to do. So that's when I tell myself, yeah.
Yeah, and I would say to anybody watching this as well, this right here is the personification of what I'm talking about when I'm saying become the most fuckable version of yourself, and then use Daygame as a means to deliver that value to the world. You've got your finances sorted, you look really good, you've got good social skills. For you, you needed that accountability, you needed that immersion, and I think as well, you needed someone to have belief in you, to say that you've got what you need, you just need repetition. And within this week, you've essentially got the entire Daygame playbook. You've successfully approached, carried conversation, you've had dates lined up during your first week, which is crazy. And I would say this to you off camera as well, but you are by far, in my opinion, the best person that I've coached. You are thoroughly coachable, and this is the exact type of person that I want to be working with. Like, this only works if you do, right? If you're going to come here and half-arse it and think that everything is going to fall into your lap, or if you're coming here and you've not put reps in to improve yourself holistically, you're not going to get the results. It's just common sense. You need to build your value first and then use this as a means to deliver your value to the world. So, I think a beautiful byproduct of this as well is you're now considering your life holistically, and you're now reconsidering everything. Your career, your lifestyle, where you want to be based. So just talk to the guys about the latest project that you've started for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've never really liked working for people, but I just know that I can tolerate it. And as a programmer, I mean, it's probably the best case scenario for somebody being employed, because I'm able to work from where I want, and my hours aren't always fixed. But yeah, I'd rather have complete control over my own time and be where I want when I want. So I've always in the past started little side businesses and stuff, but I've never actually followed through with it. And just being here with Kristian has helped me realize that I want to put something out there. I don't know exactly what it is yet, but now I have the confidence to just do it anyways. And I started a YouTube channel recently. Thankfully, I'm able to siphon off of the subscribers that I had from this other project.
Bro, this guy's on 20K right now. We're 20K after 1 day.
Already getting famous, yeah. So, but something that you reminded me of, just the last thing I wanted to say was, he said that, okay, I'm the best person he's coached so far, but it's not because there's inherently anything better about me than about you. It's because I'm coachable. It's because I was able to humble myself and say, this guy is better than me at the skill set that I want to learn. Therefore, I'm just going to pretend like I'm a 4-year-old when it comes to this stuff. I'm going to shut the fuck up, and I'm going to listen to what he has to say and actually implement it. And that's all I've been doing. We come out here, he gives me a drill, and I just do the drill. It's as simple as that. I'm scared as fuck when I'm doing the drill, but I still do the drill, and that's the point. So
yeah, 100%. I think that coachability aspect, being able to humble yourself, drop your ego, and be like, right, this guy's got a skill that I want to learn, and I'm going to listen to what he's got to say. And I think the final thing is the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people. Obviously, I had a friend of mine who flew over to see us. Things got a bit fucking heavy, didn't it?
yeah, we had quite the night.
Yeah, we did. But over the course of this week, I've been banging it into your brain, the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people. If you're surrounded by the right people, you learn through osmosis. Their approach to life becomes your approach to life, and you make progress quicker than you'd ever be able to make on your own. So even if it's not with us, find people who do inspire you, find people who do motivate you, who push you to become all you can be, and just aim to get 1% better every day. I think that's a beautiful mantra that we've applied every single day. We've been coming out here every day, no excuses, making things happen. If you can make the commitment to yourself to be 1% better every day, you'll achieve results for yourself. So yeah, any final thoughts before we say au revoir and start kicking the day game today?
Only thing I'd like to say is, yeah, just if you're considering working with this man, do it. Just pull the trigger. I mean, he's changed my entire life completely, and I've known him for a week. So, yeah.
Nice one. Stay sexy.
You stay sexy, okay?